Good morning. Today we'll be talking about the transition from student to employee, and we are here with Jaime Delgado.
Hi.
So I'd like to ask you, first of all, what did you study and why? Like, talk us about yourself.
Okay. I study law, and that's primarily because my father was a lawyer, and secondly because I started studying law in high school, in the last year of high school, and I really liked it, so I decided to study and become a lawyer.
Okay. So another question would be, what was your most shocking experience going from student to employee?
Having to pay everything,
Pay for everything?
yeah,
Like,
that's the most shocking because you have, as a student, you go home and you just pick things up of the, fridge or stove or everything. So now you have to put it in there. So it's kind of shocking.
so when you started working, you also like had a home for your own?
Yeah,
And
I
you paid
started
for it?
living by myself when I was 18. So yes.
Okay. So another question would be, what skills did school teach you that were helpful in the workplace?
Theoretically, uh, most of the things that you see at college in law school is theory. So apply them into practice is kind of different. So in school, they doesn't teach you that. So you have to learn by working uh, while you're studying. So
So school is supposed to teach you like technically, but practically you have to learn it on your own?
yeah, mostly.
Okay. Uh, Tell us about your first job interview and what did you realize in that moment? How was the experience?
It's kind of shocking because you have to dress up for the interview. You don't even know how to expect, what to expect, and you have to seem like a good person and everything. So it was interesting because uh, you don't expect really uh, certain things in the job interview, but I think it went well.
Okay, what was your first job?
My first job, I was selling like retirement insurance. That was my first job here,
How old were you?
like 17.
17. Okay. So, how were you able to pick the right work for you? Like the right career and like the right space for you to work on that?
Uh, it's kind of hard because at law school you have many branches of law, so you don't exactly know which one are you going to like. But as I was a student, I started to work at a law firm with my father's friend. So I have to learn a lot in there. So how to go to the call house and how to ask for an experience, and it was fun.
Okay. Um, what do you wish school would have taught you before transitioning to the workplace and why?
Um, how to interact with the people at the courthouse because it's hard when you're a beginner uh, in the courthouse. They're kind of they know a lot of things. Even the one who gives you the files, uh, they know if you're new or you're getting old or something, but they make fun of you sometimes, and it's hard. But that's the thing that I wish they could teach you at college, how to interact and perform in the courthouse.
Okay. Okay. What would you change if you did your first interview again?
Mm, I would change probably a lot of my answers then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't ready or experienced at all. So, uh, yeah, a lot of answers like uh, what you expect when you first get paid or something. Like, you just have to change that answers.
Okay. So to be more professional.
Sure.
Okay. So
Immature.
mature. Can you tell me how can I prepare to go to my first interview? Like, what are some of the things I can do previous to it?
Sure, because mostly you have to be confident.
Hmm.
Uh, Nonetheless, the job interview you're applying to, but you have to be confident at what you're asking and what you're answering, because that's probably 80-90% of the interview, your confidence.
Yeah, for example, in customer service, you have to be very confident to
Sure.
be able to communicate with like
Absolutely.
the customers and stuff. Okay. Uh, what is a tip that you can give us? Like, how can we easily transition from school to workplace?
Easily. I don't think it's such thing like an easy transition, but I think if you start working prior to graduate from your school, it would help a lot.
Okay.
So if you can find a job according of what you're studying, so that would make it easy.
Like internships.
Yeah, internships.
Internships. Okay. So, did you deal with challenges while moving up in your career? Like, what was the path you followed and how was
Ye-
it hard?
yes, it was. I mostly work for my dad. So my dad has a name for himself. So I started working with him, and people expect a lot because they know how your fathers perform and everything else. So it's kind of hard to feel that shoes. But nonetheless, you have to make your own way. So you have to take your own shoes to feel.
Yeah,
So
a name of your
that's
own.
that's kind of hard, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was your motive to keep going? Like, when you say you had these hardships, like for example, I don't know, the insecurity of it or anything else. What was your motive?
Uh, to prepare to be a better person, to be a better lawyer. That that's that's what it is multi every day. So you don't have to stay. Uh, I don't know, like when the first job you get. Okay, I'm sitting here. It's okay. They pay me. But you have to move forward. You have to uh, grow as a professional. So everything, every career, you never going to stop studying. So study hard.
So your motivation was like to move up, to be better, to keep
Mm,
learning.
absolutely.
Okay, that's beautiful. How did you become successful?
Ooh,
Like, what do you think made you successful? And what was?
yeah, I think the hmm, I don't know how to say it, like express it. You have to be uh, clear with your clients. You have to be sincere with them, and not saying that you're going to win all the cases or to solve all the problems, but you have to be sincere. You have to be um, honored for them, so they can trust you and they can I don't know, recommend you,
Yeah, so to make a relationship so they can
trust you.
feel confident in
Exactly.
coming back. Okay. What advice could you give others to be successful?
Be yourself and be honest with you and your clients. That's going to make you successful in whatever you do.
So why do you think people fail at being successful? Is it because of this?
I think that because if you're not honest with you, or you try to solve things in the crooked way, so it's not good for you or your client. So you have to be honest. That's that speaks for yourself, and it makes you successful already.
Okay. So to be clean, like nothing can tell, no one can say bad things about you because you're already following like the right path. Okay. Do you think success has anything to do with your studies?
Not really. The, because of you, because of my studies, I became successful, not otherwise.
So
So,
what do you mean not really?
it's because not you're not become successful because of what you are studying. So you because you are studying, you become successful, no matter what
Okay.
your career.
Okay. Okay. So it's not like the thing you're studying, like the specific thing you're in
Exactly.
college for, but like the work you're going through?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why I say if you keep studying, you halfway there to be successful. The other half is honest.
Okay. How do you feel about your career and the path you've taken?
I like it. I love what I do. It's quite ample the specter of the law I manage, but I love it, and I think I'm good at what I do. And now that I can start my own law firm, so it's hard, but I, I know that I'm going to be all right.
Okay. Okay, well. What recommendation can you make for people who haven't decided their career yet?
Mm, take your time. Don't anticipate. Don't study because your father told you to, or your friend told you to, or your girlfriend or boyfriend told you to. Just take your time, and if you make maybe the wrong decision at first, there's no problem at all because you can always begin again from zero, from scratch. So you you take your time and be trying to be sure of where you're going to be the rest of your life.
Okay,
That makes you happy.
so it makes you happy. Like that's
Hmm.
the most important thing.
Sure, because you're happy at your work or what you do. That's saying if you're happy at what you do, you're never gonna work one day of your life.
So if you're happy, you're successful too.
I think so.
Okay.
In life, if you're happy, you're just happy in life.
How can the workplace impact your personality or your life or like your issues? How do you think it can impact?
Uh, well, if you're surrounded by a good crew, uh, good friends at the work, they will help you to improve and to work and to be a better person, better professional. But if you kind of in a harsh workplace, it's going to diminish what you're trying to do because everybody is going to be kind of against you. And if you're on a nice workplace with the right people, you're on.
Okay. So would you like to say anything else now that we finished the interview? Like that's all the question I had. Would you like to add something? Like for the audience, for me, the interviewer?
Maybe, like I was saying, take your time to decide of what you're going to study once you finish your high school, uh, there's no hurry. Take your time and only try to be sure of what you're going to study because it's going to put your food in your table. That's going to make you whole. It's going to make you happy and realize that it's going to be forever. And then you can uh, transmit that to maybe your sons, grandsons, or friends. Uh, that okay, I studied this, and because that or whatever, and then they make me whole. So take your time and be sure and love what you're going to
Okay, thank
do.
you
Okay?
very much.
Y muchas
Uh,
gracias.
y muchas gracias.
Bye bye.
Bye.